Hello again. We're into some more essential DIY today. This will probably take a couple of programs, but it's the shed at the bottom of the garden under the trees. Well, it's actually suspended on trees. I think I mentioned in this first bit that it was being built about 7 or 8 years, but I think it's nearer 10 because time flies. Especially when that COVID thing took 2 years out of our lives. So finally I've found some plastic that isn't too expensive to clad the walls, and the awful, terrible looking old worn out canvas sheeting is coming down, and we're going to replace it with some decent plastic which will make it weather tight and watertight, and it looks better too, and it's a lot nicer to be in. So this is the first part of what we're up to, so I hope you enjoy this bit. Hello. Now then, we've got some volume, right. Now, I've been working down here for a couple of days. This is the shed under the trees. It must be 7 or 8 years since I built this, when I had lots of energy. It's built on trees, as you can see. The trees are giving it its support. Around the back, there's one there. There's quite a lot of roof on there. Quite a lot of zinc, it's heavy. 3 trees here. Another tree in the corner. Big one in the middle. That's moved a bit, and there's a bit of a bow on the roof. I keep having to take a chunk out of that tree and lower the centre down. Now around the back, there's 2 or 3 more trees. But I hadn't got any cladding. I ran out of money, and I'd only got enough money to buy the timber and this plastic. The zinc was from inside the shed. It was a dividing wall inside the garage. I took it all down, and it's become increasingly really useful, as you can see. So all I got is 2 big canvas sheets that I bought with me from England. They were market traders sheets to go over big market stalls in England, in Boston. And Ron and I, when we were at the horse centre, bought a lot of these because the Boston Corporation Council was selling stuff off, and we bought them for making stalls at the medieval fete at the horse centre. And I brought 2 with me. So one was up here, filling in that gap, and the other one is here, the blue one. The other one was red, and you can see they're a bit worse for wear now, and they're a bit unsightly. Here you can see it's badly ripped now. It's 8 years this has been up, this canvas sheet, and it's had it. It's full of holes and it's giving way. Look here. So the time has come to replace it, and I've been working 2 days on this side. Now, I've built a frame, and it's got the uprights, but I've just added an extra upright and some horizontal pieces, look, as you can see. And a couple of weeks ago, I've been trying to find some plastic sheeting, this stuff that's got reinforcing in it. You know, it's got fiberglass in it. It's no good without. So, and I found some that the price I could cope with. So I ordered some. It had to come by carrier. And I've been 2 days fixing this up, and what an improvement. I mean, it looks smart for a start. When we've got obviously it's a boat shed, and Ruth hangs her washing in here as well when it's the weather is a bit inclement, so the washing dries well in here. It's a mess at the moment because I'm working in here. Oh, this is one of those ordinary plastic sheets. Look, it easily breaks. It's ordinary corrugated plastic. It gets into holes easy. It's very flimsy, and it doesn't stand the heat. Eventually it gives up to the sun. The sun's very hot here, whereas that stuff with fiberglass in, and there's some big section stuff here I bought a few years ago to fill in that gap when I had some pennies to spare. That's got UV protection in it, so it doesn't deteriorate in the hot sun. Right, so, oh, by the way, this stuff also, this isn't resistant to hail. And I had my greenhouse that I built, the roof was this, and until about 3 years after I built it, we had a huge hailstorm and it just wrecked it, just shattered the whole lot. So today I'm going to take all this rubbish away so I can get at the back wall and take the canvas down, put some horizontal struts in and start putting some sheeting up, I hope. Oh, the boat here, by the way, this is our first ever boat. It's a bit of a mess now, wants varnishing, wants a lot of TLC. This is Bamboozle. Bamboozle we bought in we got married in 65. 67 we bought this, second hand. It was built in 1958 by Classcraft. It's a Merlin rocket. It's built of plywood, but it's rather good. It's rather a beautiful boat. It is when it's all varnished inside and out. And the last time we used it, I hate to say, was in 1980 at Gairloch. We took it to Gairloch to visit Bob and Kay, and we sailed it there, and that's the last time she sailed. She had to go back to the boatyard because here I damaged the bow on some rocks at Gairloch, and Keatley's had to see, they had to let in some extra timbers here, look, and put a new brass strip on there to repair the damage I did. Lovely boat, very fast. There's a story about this on one of my videos. Right, to work. I'm going to leave you for a bit while I clear all the rubbish. Have I got volume? Yes, okay. Well, I thought you might be interested to see what the back looks like. Now you've seen the other side. There's a tree with a crossbeam, that's holding the whole of the back. And it sits on that tree and it goes right to the fire and it sits on another tree. I'm going to cut some of these down, these bits this morning. I saw her out the way. I cut the canvas down. A bit of plastic here, look. This is all make, do and mend. It's all what I had at the time to fill in the gap and keep the weather out. Just a bit of asbestos, bit of old plastic with a hole in it, look. Something to fill in the hole. It was all make, do and mend. Now, Ruth and I were born in the 1940s and brought up in the 1950s when everything was rationed and nobody had any money, and so we were used to making do with what we got. And this is what we learnt to do, is make things out of what you've got, you know, without spending any money, or not very much anyway. So here we are. Right, I'm going to tidy this up and hope today I could start putting some sheeting. Better do, because tomorrow we're going for a lunch. Tell you more about that. There we are, the first part. As we progress, I'm quite pleased with how it looks now. It looked terrible before, you know. It was a right disreputable shambles. It's a lot better now than what it was. So have a look at this film, Three Madmen in a Small Sailboat. It's quite funny, actually. And that's Bamboozle Goes to Sea. Yeah, I think that must have been before 1980. It was. We were still living at Woodside, so it's before 1970. This Bamboozle in the North Sea. Hey, thanks for being with us, and until next time, cheerio.